Normally, this is the part of the ceremony where various friends and mentors that have been part of Tristan's scouting career would step up and speak a few words, maybe roast him a bit and step aside. However, Tristan has had a somewhat unusual career in Scouts, and I want to share a bit of that. I apologize if this goes on slightly, but we'll see. Typically, in Scouting, a young man will find a troop that he joins, maybe having been in Cub Scouts and just moving up, and will typically stay with that same group of folks for most of his time in Scouts, making long-term friends and learning how that troop functions. Tristan wasn't quite so lucky. In 2018, when Tristan turned 10, his mother and I gave him an option: sports, bands, or Scouts. Tristan picked Scouts. So he and I wandered into Gray United Methodist Church on Thursday night and ended up spending a year in Cubs with Pac 119. Two completely inexperienced people being led by other slightly less inexperienced parents. Yeah, y'all all been there, right? But we had a good time. A year later, in 2019, we moved into Troop 119 Scout Troop, being led by Mr. Trey Faircloth. After a short time, Mr. Faircloth retired as Scoutmaster and was replaced by Mr. Roger Moxley. A short time after that, Troop 119 lost its chartering organization and was forced to close up shop. In 2020, Tristan moved over to Troop 3810 at Greenwood Baptist Church, being led by Mr. Eric Song. He stayed at that troop, making new friends and figuring things out for about a year, when again, they lost their chartering organization and folded. And it was in 2021 that Tristan came to Troop 170, at that time being led by Mr. Jeff Fraley. Tristan got to know a few of his fellow Scouts a bit, and he continued work and advanced in rank, but he was honestly a little tired of the constant shakeups, I believe. Within a year of coming to 170, Mr. Fraley, after a long and successful time as a Scoutmaster, also retired, changing things a bit more, and the mantle was taken up by Mr. Chris Brown. Tristan had kind of come at that point fully jaded with all of the changes and shakeups and different odd people that impacted his life and that he was going through with that. I think it's fairly reasonable, in my opinion, to understand that. But to be honest, I don't think that that was Tristan's biggest issue. Because by this time, Tristan had found out something about himself. He didn't really like the whole camping thing. That's right. My son is a scout that doesn't really like doing all the dirty, sweaty, outdoorsy, scouty stuff. Particularly come to the camping outdoors parts of things. Any of you that know Tristan are aware that he much prefers a book or a computer screen in a nice air-conditioned room and to be left alone on his own for endless hours. I like that he gets it honestly. There's a reason that his first completed merit badge was the reading merit badge. Luckily for Tristan, being a scout and earning the right to be called an Eagle Scout isn't about bloody smoke, sweat, mosquitoes, or questionable food. Although it certainly requires you to just suck it up sometimes and get through those things. At the reception, please pester Tristan to give you some of the details about all of the things that he has been through and the various badges and requirements that he has completed. But a quick, short summary. He has survived almost 30 days of overnight camping, 20 miles of hiking, and has turned in 226 hours of community service.
Wow.
On top of the myriad requirements for the 25 merit badges that he has completed. I will certainly lament that I wish Tristan could have joined with one troop and made good friends that would have perhaps remained for his entire life. But what I will not regret
Don't worry, let's read my turn.
is the wealth of fun times that I was able to share with my oldest son. And the things that we have taught each other over the course of his journey. I'm on a 4-inch block. This is part of the block that we carried for a mile through the woods. By the way, just to make that circle complete also. Earlier I talked about the Scout Oath and the Scout Law, But those that attain the rank of Eagle Scout have one other promise to make before they can receive their pin. That is the Eagle Oath. This is always administered by another Eagle Scout. This afternoon, I had the pleasure of asking Tristan's uncle, Martin Sutherland, to please give that oath.